If you've ever seen someone you wanted to meet and then spent so long overthinking the opener that the moment evaporated, this lesson is for you. By the end, you'll have a simple system you can run in 10 seconds to approach anyone without feeling weird. Even if you're introverted, today we're going to learn a design approach, not party tricks. You'll choose on purpose, use the room and the context to do most of the work, get a tiny yes to talk, and have clear exits so you never feel trapped. Along the way, you'll get exact scripts for conferences, office mixers, coffee lines, and group chats, plus what to say when your mind goes blank. Let's start by clearing 3 myths that keep smart people quiet. Myth 1, you need a big personality to approach. Reality, you need a small system you can repeat. Myth 2, you need the perfect line. Reality, you need a relevant line that fits the scene. Myth 3, rejection is personal. Reality, most no's are about timing, task, and energy, not worth. Here's our working model. Choose, approach, calibrate, exit, or deepen. Think of it like testing a prototype. Low cost, low ego, high learning. Section 1, choose on purpose. Approaching anyone is easier when you don't leave it to chance. Use a curiosity plus relevance filter. Who here sparks a genuine question in me? And who is relevant to why I came? Before you move, do a 3-second pause and scan near the entrance or at a natural crossroads like the coffee station or the end of a bar. You're not posing, you're collecting data, flows of people, clusters, and safe openings, positioning, stand where paths cross, not in corners. If you want to meet people, keep your hands free. And don't juggle food. Plates and cups are like little shields that say busy. Solo versus groups. Individuals facing out are easiest. Trios with an open gap are next. Pairs who are squared up and leaned in are usually in a private chat. Skip for now. Look for a shoulder open to the room. That's your doorway. Energy match. If your energy is at a 4 out of 10, approach someone around a 4 to 6. Big mismatches feel awkward. Host cheat code. If there's a host or organizer, ask, hey, I am hoping to meet a couple of people working on X. Anyone you think I should say hello to? You just outsource the approach. Tiny neat checklist you can run in your head. Where are the arteries, doorway bar, snack line, charging table? Who has an open shoulder or makes occasional eye contact with the room? Who triggers a real question in my mind? Section 2, low friction openers by context. Your opener doesn't need to be clever. It needs to be easy to say yes to. Use the scene you're both already in. Here are plug and play scripts you can adapt. Swap in your name and specifics. Conferences and meetups. Quick hello. While we wait for the panel, what pulled you to this topic? I am new to this meetup. Any survival tips for a first timer? I am mapping the room for interesting projects. What are you building these days? I am choosing between the AI track and the product track. Which would you pick and why? I noticed your company badge. How are you liking the event so far? Office mixers and cross-team lunches. We share a Slack channel but have not met yet. I am Alex from Data. Which team are you on? I am building my map of who does what. What's your team focused on this quarter? I keep seeing you near the cold brew. I am Maya. How long have you been here? Casual public places, coffee lines, bookstores, community events. Yeah, line buddies for the next 3 minutes. What's your go-to order here? I am new to the neighborhood. One thing a local would never do is... That notebook setup looks efficient. Where did you find it? They went hard on the neon lights in here. Help or distraction for you? Online toy person bridges. We traded comments on LinkedIn about the road mapping post. It's fun to meet in 3D. I am Sam. I'm the person in the chat who asked about onboarding. Got a minute to say hi? Approaching a group. Hey, mind if I listen in for a minute? I heard you mention hiring. Can I borrow the circle for one question? I am choosing between 2 sessions. You two look like you know the venue. Is there a quiet corner I should check out? Compliment openers that are not creepy. That lapel pin is sharp. Is there a story behind it? I like how you framed that question earlier. Did you ever try it the other way? Help-based openers, I am grabbing water. Want one while I am headed that way? I am trying to find room B. Do you know if it's upstairs? Notice how these are short, anchored in context, and easy to answer. You're not auditioning. You're offering a tiny invitation. Section 3, the 10-second ramp. Here's the micro choreography that makes you look confident even when you don't feel it. Angle, approach slightly from the side, not straighten. It feels less intrusive. Distance, stop at about an arm's length and a half. If they lean in, you can close the gap a little. If they lean back, give space. Hands, keep them visible and relaxed at your sides or lightly holding a cup at your side, not between you. Visible hands signal safe. Eye contact and smile. Soft eye contact for a second, small smile. Then speak. Permission ping. Ask for a tiny yes. Hey, quick hello while we wait. Got a minute for a question? Mind if I join you for a minute? Name exchange. I am Jordan. Nice to meet you. And you repeat their name once. Nice to meet you, Priya. Micro agenda. A half sentence of why you're there. I came to learn how small teams ship faster. What brought you? If you want a mental timer, think of the first 20 seconds as the on-ramp. Your job is not to impress. It's to make it easy for both of you to relax and see if there's a fit to keep talking. Section 4, when you blank, even pros go blank. Use a rescue framework so you never freeze. Use cue. Context, you explore. Context, mention something shared now. This venue has the best name tags. They actually stick. You ask about them. What pulled you here? Or what are you working on lately? Explore. Ask a follow-up that widens or deepens. How did you get into that? Or what's been surprising about it? Or use map. Mission, ask, pivot. Mission. Say what you're trying to learn or do. I am meeting 2 people who build onboarding. Ask, do you know anyone here I should meet? Pivot. If not, what are you building these days? Question bank you can keep in your pocket. What decision are you wrestling with this week? What's one thing that's going unusually well right now? If you could remove one recurring friction from your work, what would it be? What's a tiny tool or habit that saved you hours lately? For fun, what's your oddly specific skill? Loop back moves when your brain stalls. Reflect and ask. So you handle marketplace quality. Sounds like detective work. What does a typical week look like? Last word prompt. They say onboarding. You ask onboarding, what part are you focused on? Honest reset. I am blanking on a clever segue, so I will try an honest one. I am Nina. What brought you here? Section 5, graceful exits and re-entries. Part of approaching without fear is knowing you can leave kindly, quickly, and cleanly. Give yourself and them an out. Time box your chat early if the setting is busy. I have about 5 minutes before the talk starts. Mind if I join you? Exit lines that feel natural. I promised myself I would meet 2 more people before the session. I'm glad we met. I'm going to refill my water. Before I disappear, would you like to swap LinkedIns? You 2 both work on data observability. I will let you continue, but I wanted to say hi. Handing off to someone else. Have you 2 met? Maya, this is Leo. You both shipped changes to onboarding this quarter. Re-entering later without awkwardness. Hey again, your take on onboarding stuck with me. The panel mentioned experiments. Do you run ABs or lean on qual? You were right about the product track. Best examples of the day. Section 6, reading cues without overthinking. You don't need to be a body language expert. Just notice the big, useful signals. Signals to continue. They face you with shoulders open. Their feet point toward you. They ask questions back. Their voice warms up. Signals to lighten or exit. They angle their body away. One-word answers. Scanning the room. Footsteps back. No problem. Smile. Release. Thanks for the quick chat. Enjoy the session. If you stumble, skip the apology tour. Move on with one neutral sentence. That came out clunky. What I meant was, or anyway, thanks for indulging my curiosity. Remember, consent and comfort are the priority. If someone doesn't want to talk, Believe them the first time. And always follow venue rules, your employer's code of conduct. And local laws on privacy and recording, your safety and others' safety come first. Adapt these moves to your context. Section 7, light touch follow-up that compounds. A strong approach gets you a conversation. A tiny, relevant follow-up turns strangers into allies. Anchor a detail, jot a note on your phone after you part. Priya Marketplace quality looking for rule engine vendors said espresso drip. Connect the dot. Later, send a short message that references their detail, subject, rule engine note. Enjoyed our chat about marketplace quality. You asked about lightweight rule engines. Here's a two-man read that compares 3, no reply needed, cheering you on. For purely social chats. Great meeting you at the gallery. You mentioned the ceramic studio on Oak. I booked a class. Thanks for the tip. If the moment was not a fit, still follow up if you promise to. Under promise. Over deliver and keep it brief. A 7-day practice plan. Day 1, approach one person in a low stakes setting like a coffee line. Use line buddies for the next 3 minutes. Day 2, ask your organizer to introduce you to one person working on X. Use the host cheat code. Day 3, practice the 10-second ramp with 2 quick hellos at work. We share a Slack channel but have not met. Day 4, join a group with a permission ping. Mind if I listen in for a minute? Day 5, use a blank rescue move on purpose. Honest reset plus name. Day 6. Do one graceful exit and one re-entry referencing a detail. Day 7. Send one light touch follow-up that references something specific. Final thought. Approaching anyone is not about charisma. It's about reducing friction for other people. Choose on purpose. Use the context. Ask for a tiny yes. And give clean exits. The more you treat conversations like small, low-risk experiments, the faster your social confidence compounding curve grows. Verify the specifics for your setting. Follow local laws, venue policies, consent and privacy norms, and your employer's code of conduct when networking at work-related events. If this helped, try the 7-day plan and tell me which script became your go-to. Subscribe for more systems that make soft skills feel simple.